Hi, I'd like to share with you my story of working as a respite care nurse during COVID-19 and how this eventually led me into finding out what it means to have good mental health and how it is essential to our everyday well being. I started to work as a respite care nurse during the COVID-19 pandemic. And as the pandemic worsened, I ended up working more hours and more days a week. Eventually, this got to where I had no days off and I was working 12-hour shifts. After about 6 months of doing this, my work notified us workers that had worked more than 160 hours the previous month that we would be entitled to have 2 mental health days off that were paid for. Well, me being young, I decided this wasn't really something I needed. I liked to work, it gave me something to do, and it gave me purpose. So for the first year of the pandemic, I didn't take any extra days off. And after that year, I started to notice a lot of changes about me. I had mood swings. I was very disinterested in the things I normally like to do, and my mood swings were just terrible. Then eventually my work sent us a memo saying that they would pay for 1 hour a week of free therapy. And on a whim, I decided to call this number and talk to a therapist. Well, my first session with the therapist was a bit awkward for me, to say the least. It wasn't bad, it's just the first question kind of threw me for a loop. They asked me to rate my mental health on a scale of 1 to 10, and good or bad. And I wasn't quite sure what that meant. So I kind of fumbled through this session and decided that I would do my own research later. What I found during my research was that, according to goodmentalhealth.com, good mental health is one's ability to cope, manage change, and deal with uncertainty, the ability to form and maintain good relationships, the ability to feel, express, manage both positive and negative emotions, and one's ability to learn. To understand what it means to have good mental health, maybe we should understand what it's like to have bad mental health. Bad mental health can affect us both mentally and physically. Some of the mental attributes of having poor mental health can be depression, chronic stress, anxiety, anger, pessimism, and dissatisfaction with life. Some of the physical attributes of having poor mental health can be significant change in weight, whether gaining or losing weight in a short amount of time, increased risk of heart disease. The CDC estimates about 659,000 people a year will die from heart disease. That's 1 in 5 Americans. You can also have headaches and migraines, fatigue, and nausea. Now that we understand some of the negative aspects of what it is to have poor mental health, you're probably asking yourself, well, what are the positives of having good mental health? And just like negative mental health, this can affect you both mentally and physically. Some of the positive mental benefits of having good mental health is reduced mood swings, and this can also improve your mood. Clearer thinking, a greater sense of inner peace and calm, increased self-esteem, and this could also decrease your likelihood of developing depression and can also increase your relationship with others. Some of the physical improvements of having good mental health, this will help you maintain better relationships with your body, and it can lower your risk of having heart disease and a stroke. This can also lower your blood pressure, leave you less inflammation, and lower cholesterol. Mental health is very important to our very well-being. And this is the reason why we need to learn to take care of ourselves mentally. Not only does it affect our day-to-day life, but it can also affect our professional life as well. And we shouldn't be ashamed to take mental health breaks from work. According to WebMD, the average adult spends 90,000 hours of their lifetime working. This is a large amount of our lives that we spend in our workplace. Now, according to the CDC, 1 in 5 adults in 2016 reported feeling stressed on the job. And this is something that we think of as normal when it comes to work, feeling stressed and overworked. But this can also impact the way we work. Some of the negative mental aspects of having poor mental health during work is lower productivity, lower performance, poor communication, and we can even start making poor decisions. Now, if we had good mental health, this would really help us. We would have sharper memory, clearer thinking, higher self-esteem, better sleep would lead to better energy, and we could be more productive, and we can have stronger resilience. So when you decide to take a mental health day from work, what are some of the activities you should do? Well, some of the activities you should do is exercising. The CDC and American Heart Association recommends at least 1 hour of exercise a day. This is a great way to help you relieve stress. Spend time with your close family and friends. This has also been shown to help lower stress levels and anxiety. Make sure you get enough sleep, at least 8 hours. And you can even practice relaxation techniques such as meditation or just taking deep, calm breaths. And you can even immerse yourself into low-stress hobbies. In conclusion, having good mental health is a vital part of our well-being. Having poor mental health can affect us both physically and mentally negatively, while having good mental health can affect us positively, both mentally and physically. Mental health can impact us in a lot of different ways, not just in our personal life, but also in our working life. We shouldn't be afraid to take a mental health break from work to focus on activities that help relax us and ease our stress and anxieties. Thank you.